Shalom, shalom, Yahshua Allah. I want to start off first things first, when all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rahah Kadash, which in the Petty Hebrew tongue is credited to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you sister brothers that's living in the truth, and shalom to the brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourselves approved, Yahshua Allah. A whole lot is going on right now, and through the Spirit, it's just really just hit me to point this out to the nation of Israel that civil unrest is really brewing right now. Hardest that it's ever been in my lifetime. And it's based on these new disasters that happen with these hurricanes and the lack of the government response to where it's waking the people of Babylon the Great or America, waking them up to see that the government doesn't care about them. And with their trust being broken, it's going to make the people look at their government as the enemy. And that was all prophesied in the word that would happen towards the end of Esau Edom, the so-called white man's rulership. So I got a couple clips that are going to further hammer that home. And this is like a declaration, like be circumspect and be watching out because the days be evil, because we're about to see race riots. We're about to see class riots. You know, the people versus the government. Jake versus Esau. We're about to see that. It's coming real soon. So I'm going to play a clip showing the government's response to, you know, trying to help some of the victims of the hurricane disaster, Hurricane Helene. And everybody's saying this, man. Now I see why the devil wants social media to be taken down, TikToks and YouTubes, because it's just exposing their dirt to where everybody can see it. More people watch social media than they do the mainstream news now. I noticed that younger generation getting their news primarily off of Facebook and TikTok. So first, let me put this on pause. We're going to watch this clip of the U.S. government sabotaging rescue efforts, which is showing the people that the government doesn't care about them at all. Which when you lose that trust, they're going to lose a whole lot more after that. So check it out.
Show you just how much your federal government despises you. This happened yesterday in North Carolina. This is a government Black Hawk helicopter that intentionally flew over with the intent to destroy and disrupt a refugee aid station being manned by volunteers. These are items that we've donated from our money, your money, people across the country. They came down there, tore everything up, and then dipped. This is possibly military, it's possibly three-letter agency, possibly law enforcement. Seems to me that the boys from North Carolina should get together and establish their very own no-fly zone. Act accordingly.
Declarations of war. You hear that?
Beloved, let me show you.
TikToks like that, Yahshua. Like, if they keep talking about it, they're going to eventually do it. Some of them will. You know, they're building their courage up to form their own government. So they call away, we the people, they're going to protect their own self. So when I see stuff like that, Yahshua, I can only think of second address when you go to 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Verse 15. For the sword of their destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Verse 16. For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, no government, and the course of their actions to stand in their power. So the people are going to form their own government to fight back their corrupt government. And I'm hearing that you can just see it building up. And then we got another hurricane we're dealing with. It's about to hit Florida. If the government doesn't come in with help and aid, more people are going to see that and get more angered and outraged. And I'm praying for all my brothers and sisters that's in Florida right now. May Yahweh Shah be with you. I'm just looking at Like the government is really, Esau at the point where he's really just showing his hand. He doesn't care. He's showing you he doesn't care. You're nothing. And see, that's not gonna make a productive society that's want to go out and bust and think they got a bright future. Like a lot of people in the world now realize their government is against them, and that's ruining their psyche. And how it's like changing their spending habits. They're no longer going to be in leisure. Now they're talking about clicking up, how much weaponry do we got, and doing something about it. That's the talks. They're talking like that at these jobs. They're talking like that in these, social media platforms. And I'm gonna play a clip to really show you that later on. Like he is trying to click up to go against their tyrannical government. And as a Jake, hopefully you can't get caught up in the midst of that, because you're gonna have a bunch of worldly Jakes. Esau gonna gas them up. They gotta fight for a country that cares nothing about them, and go out there and get unalive because they don't know nothing. And I got a perfect clip to display the 2/3 and how foolish they sound, pleading to a government that showed it never cared about you. Like you just look real stupid and sottish. And Jake just not getting the memo. And I'm like, man, you had all this history to tell you that. So let's play the clip. And see, that's going to lead to Jake getting mad and want to click up with Esau. So where they're going to get swift judgment. So let's play Jake crying about an ungodly government, which never cared about him.
Man, bro, my heart, bro. I'm scared, man. And then we still recovering from Helene, and it's like, bro, I want to get this off my chest, bro. This government is playing in our faces, man. It don't matter if it's Republican or Democrat. They playing in our faces, bro. You get Ukraine come over here, they get what they want. You get immigrants come over here, they get what they want. And you got people being denied these FEMA applications that you talking about the other day, Charlamagne. People being denied, bro. But you getting these migrants coming over here, $10,000 food stamps, bro. Fucking goddamn $5,000 cash stipends, man. This shit hurting, bro. We finna get ready to damn near die, bro. A lot of people couldn't afford to evacuate. And this government playing in our fucking face, man.
Damn. I totally understand, my brother. Absolutely.
It don't matter what they is, Democrat, Republican, they all treason, man. They all about money, bro. None of these people care about American people, bro. This shit hurt, bro. This shit hurt, bro. People wake up every day just want to live their life, bro. And you got these fucking green snakes, man. You got these fucking green snakes. Call themselves government service people, bro. And they don't give a damn, bro. They don't give a damn about the migrants coming over here. They using them too, man. This shit ain't right, man.
You're absolutely right, my brother.
I can't wait so much, man.
To hear what he said you can't wait till God come back. He's absolutely 100% right. And at some point, I don't know who else can help a lot of people other than the Most High. Bro, we're praying for you, brother.
So did you hear that, Yasharala? Jake over there crying, it hurt, bro. Crying, sounding stupid. Then they got hit. That's it. Jake don't never want to prepare until stuff hit them. Prophets been out prophesying of destruction to this place, and Jake ain't made no preparations. They don't know who they are, who their power is. They're putting their trust. That Jake show you that he trusts in America. And his feelings is hurt, because now he finding out that they don't care about him. And you just look at Jake like, man, you retarded, man. You simple. Should have been do that. You can't look for Esau to help you out when you in a bind. Is you crazy? The devil wants you to be out like that. And then in a minute, when it comes to you, I can fix your problems. Put this micro CHIP in your body. There you go. That's what they're going to do. I mean, it's showing the Jake in this sad state, and see the way the state that he was in. Edomite could come to him, hey man, put an AR-15 in his hand and gas him up to go fight against the government, and he'll go because he's so hurt. You know, his heart is broken. He thought he was an American citizen. He thought America cared about him. He thought America would look out for him, take care of him, and help him out. The Bible Great right now ain't even taking care of Edomites. So who are you? You a second-rate citizen in this country. They never cared about you, Jake. So this is how dumb Jake is. And we gotta praise the Lord that we're not in that state. Like, I will not be looking for the government to save me out of any issue I'm in. Because that's not what they do. It's not what they're there for. The devil's against us. And you need to know that. So I'm going to go get Isaiah. Let's get Isaiah 30:1. And that was a cry of a rebellious child. You know, he was in a lot of a 2/3. You know, he didn't know the Lord's name. He said, God, come back. So he's in a lot of a 2/3, but it shows you the power of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua. Stuff is so turned up right now, Yahshua, that 2/3 are now calling for Yahweh. Calling for him. That's how bad it is. You know, it was just good all a week ago. Now they all jammed up. Now they hollering for God. See how that work? So this is Isaiah 30:1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord. They take counsel, but not of me. And they cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Verse 2. They walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. What's the shadow of Egypt? Babylon the Great, America. That's the shadow of Egypt. That's a place of bondage. This is we was in captivity here. And now you looking for them to help you? You out your mind, Jake. See, that shows right there. He had a covering, but not of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua. And you don't want to be out here without that covering at this time. You're going to be in a pitiful state like that Jake that was crying. And the whole world seen that. That was the Breakfast Club. You know, that's a very, very popular radio show and podcast. So everybody's seeing that the government doesn't care. That's like the common theme right now. So what do you think that's going to do moving forward? You know, people going to move different. They're going to move independent of their government. And then when that happens, you know, the have-nots, you know, they're going to attack the haves. And it's going to be a war. You see civil unrest literally brewing up, man. Plus, people ain't going to have nothing, too. This hurricane is taking away people's homes, their resources. Esau just want to hand out $750, which this is what he wants. He wants you in a bad state like that so that you will beg for that MOTB, the mark of the beast. You'll beg for it. This is right where Esau won't Jake at, man. And see, us, we got to be happy we have faith in Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua. We're not going to be calling into the Breakfast Club, crying for help and crying to Esau for help. He's not there to help. Esau's here to destroy us. That's why these devils are here. You know, so you got to side swipe them. And that rage is kicking up too. That rage is kicking up real, real bad. Like, E is ready to unload on the government and Jake. That's why it's called Jacob's trouble. Because Israelites will be caught smack in the middle. And if you don't have the Lord's covering, you're not going to make it through this flood. It's going to be bodies and bodies and bodies coming for war. You can't stack up enough ammo for all the enemies about to come against us in these coming days. It's going to be perilous times. You know, and I'm going to play a video to show you that. We should be a wake-up call to Jake. Because check this out, Yashrala.
We begin today with the arrest of 42 members of the San Fernando Valley-based white supremacist street gang, the Peckerwoods. The indictment charges a total of 68 defendants with numerous federal crimes.
And now with this news reporter, Sid Garcia is live at the LAPD's North Hollywood station with the details and video of some of the arrests made today. Sid?
guys, it was the LAPD, the FBI, the DEA, and other police agencies that took part in the takedown today. As you mentioned, dozens of members of this white supremacist gang were taken down, and according to the feds, they committed more than just hate crimes.
Taking the guns out of the hands of gang members, taking drugs off our streets, increases the safety and reduces the harm that these activities pose to our communities.
The LAPD, FBI, DEA, and other law enforcement agencies announced today that they've taken down dozens of members of the notorious white supremacist gang, the Peckerwoods. The gang is based out of the San Fernando Valley. 29 federal arrest warrants were served this morning. 68 members of the gang were indicted on charges ranging from gun violations to identity theft.
It appears, however, that the business of hate was not enough for them. Their criminal activity took on different forms. Driven by greed, as alleged today, they engaged in drug distribution, multiple fraud schemes, and firearms offenses.
42 of the 68 gang members indicted are now in custody. The remaining 26 are fugitives. The Peckerwoods, according to federal law enforcement, have aligned themselves with the Aryan Brotherhood and Mexican Mafia prison gangs.
What we wanted to do through this investigation was neutralize this threat as quickly as possible. So as I said, we're not going to wait around for a tragedy to occur. We're going to take action right away. And in order to do that, we use every tool in our federal toolbox to address that. And that's what we've done today.
Again, 42 of the 68 indicted are in custody. They're still looking for the other 26. The sentences, if convicted on the charges, range from as low as 10 years to life in prison.
So you see that, Yashrala? You got when I first heard it, I cracked up so hard when I heard that, Yashrala. You got Peckerwoods out here looking to get at Jakes. You know, and that's, we don't know how big the organization. That's the ones that just got caught. So it's a lot of what they call in the world white supremacist groups being riled up at this time, getting ready to get at Jake, man, which has been prophesied in the word to happen. Let's go get that. And if they're coming down on them, they're going to come down on us sooner or later. They're going to look at us as a radical militant group, and then we'll be persecuted as well. They just trying to make it seem good, so they go out to Esau first. The Edomites round them up, then they're going to go out to Jake. Because we mostly in the peaceful poles of Bibles, but you got camps like Sakari that'll get us all clipped up, and it'll be the same thing. So I want to get Matthew, where we at? That was funny though, man. It said you better watch out for them Peckerwoods, y'all should holler. So this is Matthew 24:7. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, you know, Esau versus Jake, and kingdom against kingdom, you know, it's going to be Europe versus America. And there should be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. You know, that'll happen by civil unrest, the civil war that's coming. You know, you got Russia going to be at war with America, China going to be at war with America, kingdom versus kingdom. And before that happens, it's going to be a civil war because the people are mad at their government, you know, which leads to that earthquakes in diverse places. In verse 8, all these are beginning of sorrows. So a big part of that is the beginning of it said, nation shall rise against nation. The tension that Esau, Edom, so-called white man has, and that Jake has, you know, which is short for Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, starting you so-called African Americans, so-called Native Americans, and so-called Hispanics. Esau gonna come down with great wrath, you know, looking to get rid of Yasharala, which let's go get that too. And it starts with those little groups, man. Them is basically like little militia groups when you really think about it. Esau just calls them gangs, but really they're militia groups, or they're gonna turn into that, and they're gonna fight the government, and they're gonna fight Jake. So this is Revelation 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devils come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So these Edomites about to come down on Jake with wrath, because they see the end of their kingdom, and their time is about up. And that's going to make Esau very angry. And Jake, if they not in the know what's going on, know who they are, they're gonna be right there as Esau over, especially if it's an election, they let Kamala Harris win. Oh man. Oh man, that's like a pot. That's gonna light it right there. That's gonna light it, because these Edomites, man, they cannot stand Kamala Harris. They can't stand her, man. And they don't want her over Trump. So I think it's a calm right now before the storm, the civil unrest storm, until the election happens, if it even comes to that. Because, we about to get hit with another category 4 or 5 hurricane. They can do cyber attacks. They can do false flag T attacks. Like, a whole lot can happen, because a whole lot is happening. So we just got to stay circumspect and be watching out, and just know that we're in the times where civil unrest is about to surely bubble up, man. And why they're doing it is because the people are feeling, Proverbs 29:2. And that's what they do, say, I'm ready for God to come back. Like, he tired of Esau ruling. It's Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And the people are mourning right now. Especially all the hurricane survivors. They are all in mourning. They done lost loved ones, houses, cars. They done lost their whole Babylonian way of life, American way of life. They done lost it. So they're mourning right now. And the government, like, here's 750. But you gotta be approved for it. Oh, you've been denied. So you get nothing. And then they saying, like, other countries getting big billions of dollars. Markets coming over here getting billions of dollars. American people get nothing. So what you think they're gonna lead to? That's anger, man. Straight anger. Distrust. So this place is very much divided. And the two functions it got ain't gonna, it's not gonna survive without that. The working class is tired of working. You got a lot of people on strike. That's them bucking up to the government, to the establishment. I ain't trying to work for peanuts no more. Pay me better. And then the elites and the rich, they're disconnected. They like, I don't care, man. We all in our bunker. Whatever. You better get it how you live. And they don't care. They got all the resources, but want to give it somewhere else. They want the people to jump up and get bad, so then they go martial law and really bring in that beast system. So this has all been orchestrated by Yahweh Bashmi Shah, by riling up Esau. He's making the elites rule foolishly, pissing the people off. People gonna rebel, and bam, there you go. It's gonna be the end of Esau Edom's rulership real soon. And we're here for it. We like, yes. We was waiting on this to happen yesterday. So we just gonna stay prayed up. Stay in the house of David. Stay on our watch. And Lord willing, part of the hopeful elect, when we make it through Jacob's trouble, where there'll be deliverance, salvation, rest, baby. Ooh, we need some rest. So with that being said, I hope this has been edifying. I want to say Kwam Yashar Allah. And stay locked in, because Yahweh Shah is quickly on the way. Shalom.